You don't have Cindy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Building Block School for the Arts Vintage Radio Today program. We're so glad that you've joined us this evening and every third Sunday at 6 p.m. We are happy to bring you old-time radio program to your home each and every month. Thank you again for joining us. We are going to get started in just a few seconds. Next month, we're going to be performing a very popular sketch from Jack Benny, and I think that you're going to enjoy the cast that we have lined up for that program as well. This month is Gunsmoke, and the episode is The Guitar. Hey guys, give me 1 second.
I guess this is going to hurt my chances of making it big.
Our live sound works.
Come on, Matt. It's that time. Once again to our Vintage Radio Today presentation. This week we are eager to present straight from Dodge City and with our favorite marshal, Gunsmoke. Around Dodge City and in the territory out west. Gunsmoke. The story of violence that moved west with young America. And the story of a man who moved with it. I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
You sure are slow with that beer, Doc. Here I am ready for another one.
Yes. Well, you had enough last night, Chester. Matt told me you were still asleep at 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, and it was mighty nice of him not to wake me up. Hey, Doc, are you sure he said he'd be back this afternoon?
Well, that's what he told me. Oh. Now, what in the world does that fit?
Who?
Huh? Just came in the door. See him? With Tyler and Short there?
Oh, him. Yeah, well, that's Weed Pendle. He rode in on a mule a couple of days ago.
Well, which has bigger ears, him or the mule?
He is funny looking, all that, and that's pretty peculiar, too. That's a scrawny mule, Pendle. I seen you on him this morning.
Yeah, Pendle. Here, he's kind of strong himself. Short. Maybe some beer will fatten him up a little.
I'd like some beer, all right, but I got no money.
Well, why don't you just sell that guitar of yours?
Sell the guitar? No, I'd never do that.
Pendle, you must have a nickel at least.
Last money I had got stolen.
Now, who dare steal money off a tiger like you, Pendle?
I was asleep. I started to wake up, but they kicked me in the head.
Now, Pendle, you call that thing a head? Looks to me like your neck just growed out and head over.
I ain't very handsome.
You sure ain't? Hey, bartender, 3 beers.
You buying, Tyler?
Oh, I'm proud to buy. Fine old soldier like Weed Pendle.
How do you know I work in Suppleton?
Well, now, I didn't.
Where's you a soldier, Pendle?
3rd Illinois Cavalry.
Illinois? You were with the Yankees.
I never done much. We had hard luck and Never got to see no Confederates. Just a bunch of rat-tailed bushwhackers in southern Missouri. They was led by an old chicken thief named Klein.
Yeah, so they was. Tell me something else, Pendle. Did you ever get to kill any old Kleinsmen?
A few, before I got shot myself. They caught some of them after and hung them, but I never did see a hand.
Never did see one.
No errors. I never did.
That's so. Well, Pendle, you know you're in luck. Seeing as how we're all kind of in the wall together, so to speak, I'm going to show you a hanging. You about ready, ain't you, Short?
Yeah, my rope's on my saddle. I'll get it and meet you out back.
They're gonna be a hanging, a real hanging.
Why, sure there is. And you're lucky, Pendle. You run into us just in time.
Here now, what are you talking about, Tyler? And who's you gonna hang?
It's kind of a surprise, Chester. You can watch, though.
Now, you know it's against the law to hang people around here.
I heard Marshal Dillon right out of town this morning. Time he gets back, it'll be all over. Don't you try to buck me in Short, Chester. You die if you do. Now, come on, Pendle, come on. We don't want to miss it.
Oh. Now, what do you suppose they're up to, Doc?
Well, I don't know, Chester, but I'd sure like to find out.
Yeah, I reckon we better. I sure do, I sure do wish Mr. Dillon was here.
You should find somebody to help you figure out that noise. It's irritating.
It's like.
Ah, there they are.
Why, they putting a rope around Pendle's neck.
Of course, you're not going to get to see all the hanging, Pendle. Just the start of it.
What you hanging me for? I ain't done nothing.
I think it was.
You was in the 3rd Illinois Cavalry.
It was your computer.
Well, sure I was.
He was fighting under that old chicken thief Klein in South Missouri. It's a pleasure to hang a Yankee like you.
But I've only done what they told me to. I didn't kill nobody on purpose.
Now you just wait a minute, you two. You've gone far enough. Shoot him, Tyler.
You go on shooting anybody, and you're the ones to end up on a rope.
Doc ain't armed, he never is. Go on, Tyler. All right, you try it. But you're gonna sure have to kill me before you hang him.
Crazy.
Oh, I'll kill you, all right.
You'll have to kill me too, Short.
Mr. Dillon,
Where'd he come from?
Take your rope off that man's neck and do it quick.
sure, Marshal. Sure.
I told you you shouldn't hang me.
We was just funning him, Marshal. We wasn't gonna hang him.
Did you send it to?
What's this all about,
Send-
Short?
He's a Yankee, Marshal. Killed a lot of us Missouri during the war. He was gonna scare him. We was gonna scare him and then run him
Oh,
off.
no, you sent it to us.
You forget about that. You forget about that war too. It's over. Next time I catch you two up to anything like this, you'll go to jail.
Go to jail over a dumb Yankee who don't know nothing but a skinny mule and a guitar?
Get out of here, Short. You too, Tyler.
He's a good Marshal Dillon.
Well, this Yankee better get out of here
Yeah,
too.
I picked
Clean
him
out
because
of
he
dog.
doesn't ever do anything. with
Shut
his
up.
voice.
And get moving.
See you later, Pendle.
I sure do thank you for letting me sleep in your jail last night, Marshal.
Where have you been sleeping before, Pendle?
My mule, I always do.
Yeah. I hear you broke. What do you do for a living?
I never did nothing much. Marshal, just ride around on my mule.
What about your guitar? Don't you ever play and take book collection or something?
No, Marshal, I wouldn't do that.
Well, why not? Can't you play good enough?
I don't know, Marshal. I never played it for nobody to hear except for me.
Yeah. Chester, Take him over to the Long Branch, will you? Maybe Sam can give him some kind of job.
It wouldn't be steady, would it?
Well, I don't know, but why shouldn't it be?
Because I'll be leaving here in a day.
Oh, where are you headed?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Just ride around on the move. I always do.
On the move.
Where are you from anyway, Pendle?
I was born in San Benito.
Oh, on the Rio Grande, huh?
They must be watching. There's
Yes,
people watching.
but I left
on YouTube.
my guitar with me. Never did go back.
Well, if you're from Texas, how come you fought for the Union Army?
I don't know. One army's just like another, I guess.
Yeah, maybe you're right at that.
I don't know what they told me, Marshall.
Sure. Take him over to Sam's, will you?
All right, sir.
I left my guitar out back. I'll go get it.
He sure is a peculiar little fellow, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, I'm pretty helpless too.
Do you think Short and Tyler will bother him anymore?
Well, knowing them, I believe they'd have hung him yesterday if they could. You tell Sam to let me know if they ever start talking to him again.
Yes, sir, I will. They're about the meanest barrel men I ever knew.
Yeah, they are. They'll think of something.
Well, Pendle said he's leaving in a day or two.
Yeah. I just hope it's soon.
That's why he does such a good dragnet. Because he's got dragnet.
Sam gave me Pendleton a job sweeping up the saloon, let him live in a tiny shack out back. Tried to get him to play his guitar, but Pendle wouldn't do it. We all began to think that he probably didn't even know how. It's kind of hard to believe that anybody as simple as he was could learn to do anything. I looked up Short and Tyler and I warned them again to leave him alone. And they did. Until one morning, a couple of days later. Chester and I had just come out of Delmonico's and were walking up the front street.
He was on the
I saw.
Look at yonder, Mr. Dillon. Dr. Plaza there.
Yeah, I see him. Let's go over.
Pendle and his mule.
Yeah. Tyler and Short, too. I told them to keep away from him.
Say, what they laughing at?
Yeah, they're laughing, but he ain't.
What do you suppose they done to him?
Look at his mule, Chester. That's what they've done.
Oh my goodness. Why, he lost an ear. Well, I guess there's just no pleasing some men, Tyler.
Shouldn't have done that to my mule.
And
Did you
y'all
men
just
do
kept
this?
freezing up. I don't know what the deal
Now,
was.
Marshall, we ain't done nothing to Pendle.
Did they do this, Pendle?
I tried to stop them, but Tyler held me, and they gave me the ear,
So you're
Marshall.
not even moving.
It's right here, see?
All right. Turn around, both of you.
What?
Turn around, I said.
Now your mouth is moving.
Now take your guns, Chester.
Yes, sir. You can't do nothing to us, Marshal. We didn't hurt Pendle none.
I don't like what you
And
did
y'all
to
were
his
right there in
mule.
the same room. With
I got him.
All right. You can turn around now. I ought to cut an ear off of each one of you, but I can't do that. So I'll do the next best thing.
I really did
Leave
hurt.
him
I don't
there,
know what I
Chester.
hit.
Pendle, I'm sorry about your mule.
He ain't much of a mule anymore.
Well, you go and take care of him, huh? Maybe these two will leave you alone now.
Poor mule.
You know what Big Sis told me yesterday, Matt?
Well, it could have been most anything, knowing him, Kitty.
No, this kind of made sense. I asked him if he was ever lonely,
Get you to.
and he said no. I never stayed anywhere long enough to get to know anyone. That's him.
Maybe he's not strange after all.
Now, what are they up to?
Who?
Tyler and Short. They just came in with Kendall. Look, Matt, he's got his guitar with him.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, everybody. Now wait a minute. The little Yankee is gonna play his guitar for us. At least he's gonna try. Ain't you, Yank?
Don't shoot my mule.
We ain't gonna shoot your mule. Not if you play good enough.
Go on, get started, if you know how.
All right, I'll play it.
They're gonna kill his mule, Matt. We've gotta stop this.
No. Wait a minute, Kitty. Just sit and listen. Yeah, he kind of surprised everybody.
Tyler and Short don't look too happy about it.
The crowds with Pendle.
That's my
His
guitar.
boys are leaving.
It's so out of
Yeah,
tune.
they better.
Hello, yeah.
What?
You've been playing that guitar a long time in that saloon, ain't you, Pendle?
They wanted me to. They liked it.
Me and Short been waiting to tell you how we liked it too.
Yeah, let me see that guitar, Pendle.
No, you hurt my mule.
Give it to me.
I got a gun in your belly, Pendle. Don't you move.
I want my guitar.
You can have it. I just sort of want to tune it for you first. You know, that's another thing that's wrong with this guitar. It's a little too big for a man like you, but I can fix that too. There you are, Yankee soldier.
All right, that ought to learn him. Let's go now, Short.
Are they both dead, Doc?
Ah, yes, real dead. For several hours now, at least.
Well, they must have been asleep when it happened, Doc.
Looks like Short here struggled a little. I guess Tyler got his first and it woke Short up for a minute.
He wasn't awake for very long, Matt.
Just long enough to see who was cutting his throat, probably.
Well, he can't talk now. Well, I'm all through here. What are you gonna do?
We'll let the hotel worry about him. I guess it's Weed Pendle I want now.
And him such a mild little feller, too.
Any man can just take so much, Chester.
I sure hate to see Paul Pendle hang for killing these two buzzards, Matt.
Chester, wait for me at the jail. I'll bring him over there as soon as I find him.
What'll it be, Marshal?
Where's Weed Pendle?
I just sent him out back for a bucket of sawdust. What do you want him for?
Short and Tyler got their throats cut early this morning.
That's good.
I guess their smashing his guitar was too much for Pendle.
That's so? There he is now. Pendle, come over here.
Yes, sir.
The sound effects, but I forgot to do
Morning, Marshal.
There you
Morning,
go.
Pendle.
Pendle, where was you last night?
I don't know. Here, I guess.
You don't know?
Wait a minute, Marshall. Where was you after they wrecked your guitar, Pendle?
Well, I sat in the alley for a while, then I come back in here.
That's right. And he was so broke up about his guitar, I didn't want to leave him alone. So I put him on the floor of my room. Ain't that right, Pendle? Go on, tell him now.
Sure, that's right.
Are you trying to alibi for him, Sam?
Why, no, Marshall. What do I care about him?
There's some people care about me.
Who?
Oh, he's just talking, Marshall.
Who cares about you, Pendle? Tell me.
They had dogs in the background.
Those men.
What men?
He meets some of the boys who were here when he came back with his busted guitar. Marshall just told him how sorry they was, that's all.
Uh-huh. They liked the music, didn't they?
They like to hear me play.
Who was in here then, Sam?
Well now, Marshall, you know how it is. I'm busy pouring drinks, and I don't pay no mind to who's here and who ain't. I couldn't rightly say it all.
Okay, Sam. I guess I can't beat the truth out of you.
Marshall, who cares about Tyler and Short? Dodge is better off without him.
There's a law against murder, and it's the same for everybody. Well, I'll be back later.
What you gonna do now, Mr. Dillon?
Well, I've done all I can, Chester. The whole town's just plain quit talking. Nobody knows anything.
I reckon they all protecting Pendle.
They are.
Well, who did?
Well, if I could prove who did it, Chester, I'd have him in jail. You know that. Chester, come over here a minute.
Well, I declare. To me, like he's leaving town.
Yeah, I told him he could go.
He looks funnier than ever on that poor old one-eared jewel.
Dodge treated Pendle pretty rough.
It sure did. Poor little fella. Looks kind of empty like without his guitar, don't he?
Well, maybe you'll find another one somewhere. Anyway, they sure like to hear him play in this town. Sam, I figure, and a couple of the other boys. Yeah, they liked it just fine.
Gunsmoke. This story, The Guitar, was especially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston and adapted for radio by Norman McDonald. This week's voices are brought to you by Tracy Allred, Joe Boyd, Charlie Mann, Daniel Wood, Drew Given, and Sue Mann. Our Foley table by Sherry Johnston. This has been a Building Block School for the Vintage Radio production. Join us next month for more with Jack Penny.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening for the Vintage Radio Today Players presentation of Gunsmoke, the Guitar. We hope that you will join us on the third Sunday at 6 p.m. in May. I believe it's May 16th, the week after Mother's Day. We will be presenting Jack Benny. So please come back next month at 6 p.m. right here on YouTube and Facebook Live. Have a great night.